I used to wake up every single day with a migraine. Not a mild headache, a full-body shutdown, blinding light, nausea, sensitivity to every sound. It got so bad that I couldn't work, couldn't focus. Even conversations were exhausting. I tried everything. Prescription meds, dietary changes, blue light blockers. Nothing worked long-term. Until I found 3 plants. 3 natural remedies that didn't just reduce my migraines, they gave me my life back. Stick with me, because I'm about to reveal what they are, how they work, and why one of them is still banned in some countries. And trust me, you don't want to miss the third one. Migraines ruled my life for almost a decade. At first, it was once a month, then once a week. Eventually, every day. I spent thousands on doctors and specialists, but the advice was always the same. Take this pill and hope for the best. But I knew there had to be a better way. Something natural, something sustainable. So I started researching herbs, plants, and ancient remedies. That's when I discovered Feverfew, and everything started to change. This small, daisy-like flower might look delicate, but don't let that fool you. It's been a powerful healing plant for centuries. Used since ancient Greek and Roman times, Feverfew was traditionally known as Parthenium and prescribed for everything from fevers to digestive issues. But what fascinated me most was its modern-day comeback as a natural remedy for migraines. Recent scientific studies have shown that Feverfew can actually reduce the frequency, duration, and intensity of migraine attacks. It contains a powerful compound called parthenolide, which helps prevent the expansion of blood vessels in the brain, a key factor in triggering migraines. It also calms inflammation and reduces the release of serotonin, a chemical involved in pain signaling. When I first tried it, I started with a standardized capsule, about 100 to 150 milligrams per day. I didn't expect much, but after a couple of weeks, I began to notice a real shift. My migraines weren't just fewer, they were gentler. I could function, I could think, and for the first time in ages, I felt hopeful. What I love about Feverfew is how accessible it is. You can find it in capsules, tinctures, teas, or even as dried leaves. If you enjoy gardening, it's incredibly easy to grow at home. Just a bit of sun and water is all it needs. Adding Feverfew to my routine was the first real turning point in my battle with migraines. And believe it or not, things only got better from there. The second plant I discovered on my migraine healing journey was Butterbur, and honestly, it felt like uncovering a hidden secret. At first glance, Butterbur doesn't look like much. It's a leafy plant that typically grows near marshes and riverbanks in Europe and parts of Asia. But despite its humble appearance, this plant contains something extraordinary. Petassins, specifically isopetacin and petacin, natural compounds that help reduce inflammation and regulate blood flow in the brain. And if you suffer from migraines, you know how crucial both of those factors are. What makes Butterbur so fascinating is that some neurologists and migraine clinics now recommend it as a natural alternative to certain prescription medications. That really caught my attention. I wanted something that worked with my body, not something that masked the symptoms. But here's the important part. Raw Butterbur contains toxic substances called pyrrolizidine alkaloids, PAs, which can be harmful to the liver. So if you ever consider trying it, make sure you choose a PA-free Butterbur supplement. These have been purified to remove any harmful compounds and are considered safe for long-term use. Once I found a reputable PA-free brand, I started with just 1 capsule daily. Within about 3 weeks, something incredible happened. I had my first pain-free morning in what felt like forever. And then another. It wasn't a fluke. My body was changing, healing. Butterbur didn't just reduce my symptoms, it gave me a sense of control again, and I wasn't done yet. There was one more plant that completed the puzzle. The third plant, the final piece of the puzzle for me, was Moringa. And I'll be honest, I almost didn't try it. You might have heard it called the miracle tree, and for good reason. Native to parts of Africa and South Asia, Moringa has been used for centuries in traditional medicine to boost energy, fight fatigue, and reduce inflammation. But I discovered something even more specific and exciting. its natural richness in riboflavin, also known as vitamin B2. Why does riboflavin matter for migraines? Because research has shown that people with chronic migraines often have impaired mitochondrial energy production in the brain. Riboflavin plays a critical role in that energy cycle. Supplementing with it, especially through natural sources like Moringa, can dramatically reduce the frequency and severity of migraines over time. What I love about Moringa is that it's not just a vitamin source, it's a nutrient powerhouse. Alongside riboflavin, it contains iron, calcium, potassium, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds, all working together to support the brain and nervous system. I started drinking Moringa tea every morning, just a teaspoon of dried leaves steeped in hot water. The taste is mild and earthy, and sometimes I'll add a bit of lemon or honey. Within a few weeks, I noticed more than just fewer migraines. I felt sharper, more energized, and better rested. Adding Moringa to my daily routine didn't just help prevent migraines. It helped rebuild my overall well-being from the inside out. And honestly, it's become one of my favorite rituals of the day. So let's take a quick moment to recap what we've learned today. Feverfew helped reduce the frequency and severity of my migraines. Butterbur worked to stabilize blood flow in my brain and calm inflammation. Moringa provided my body with essential nutrients and energy to build resilience and stay strong. Each of these plants played a unique role, but together, they changed everything. I went from living in fear of daily migraines to finally feeling free, clear-headed, focused, and full of energy. Now, I'm not saying these plants are miracle cures for everyone. We're all different, and it's always important to listen to your body. And remember, before starting any new supplement or herbal routine, consult with your healthcare provider, especially if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or taking other medications. If this video gave you hope, helped you learn something new, or simply made you feel a little more empowered, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and share it with someone who might be silently suffering too. And don't go far, because in the next episode, I'll be revealing 4 natural teas that are even more powerful than turmeric when it comes to reducing chronic inflammation. You definitely don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching. I'm sending you light, healing, and health here on Healthy Nature.